Welcome to class. My name is Ellen McKay, and today we are going to be doing a restorative practice. So you can practice on your mat if you like. You can practice on a bed if that's more accessible to you. I've got a few props. I've got a block, a bolster, a blanket with me. Um, if you don't have those things where you are, that's totally okay. Grab a couple pillows, blankets, towels, whatever you have, and we'll get started. Also, get nice and cozy. This is a really relaxing restorative practice. So be sure to feel really comfortable in what you're wearing and the space that you're in. We'll start down on our back. So if you want something underneath your head, feel free to put a pillow there. But we're going to start off nice and easy. Just back down on the mat, knees bent, feet on the floor. Once you reach the mat, just take a couple breaths, make sure you're actually comfortable here. And we're going to start with constructed rest. So you're going to take your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Maybe that's the width of the mat. And then let the knees fall in towards each other. So the knees kind of rest in towards each other as the feet stay connected to the mat. Arms can be wherever you want. They can be a bit closer, they can be out wide. You can rest them overhead if you want a little more opening for chest and shoulders. Up to you. So, especially in our first shape for restorative, this is really a shape of transition. You're coming from whatever it is that you were just doing, and it definitely can take some time to unwind, especially if you were really busy right before this practice. And the mind might still want to be wherever you were, or maybe even wherever you're going next. So, this first shape is all about trying to bring the mind to where you are right now. So, maybe you notice the rise and fall of the breath and where you feel that sensation in the body. And maybe count your next 10 breaths. Inhale 1, exhale 1. Continuing on at your pace. reach that 10th breath, count your way from 10 all the way back down to 1. Maybe you're about halfway there. We all move at our own paces. And when you find your way back to the number 1, just letting the breath flow at its own pace. We'll slowly start to bring those feet in again about hip distance, so walk those in a little bit. Knees can separate again and come about hip distance as well. And we're just going to do a little gentle rock. Nothing really big here, just kind of slowly waking up the body. We've been still for a little while. If you want, you can move the fingers, maybe circle the wrists. If it feels okay for neck and shoulders, maybe reach the arms overhead. And then you can make those knees move a little bit wider if that feels good for you here. And then bring the arms back by the sides and find some kind of support. So I'm going to grab my block because it's the closest thing I have. I'm going to grab my blanket too, just to have it handy. And we're going to come into either a supported tree or a supported frog. So I'm going to show you the different options. Let's start with the left knee. If you want to start with the right, that's fine. I'm just starting with the left because it's easier for you to see. Right leg can stay bent or can go straight. Just give your leg a little squeeze, maybe circle ankle and toes. And then we're going to take this left knee and bring it out to rest on something. If hips are super open today and you want to let it rest all the way down towards the floor, you can do that. But otherwise, add some support underneath that thigh. And with half tree, your left toe is kind of pointing towards your right leg. So the knee is bent a bit more. If you want to come into half frog, you're going to flex the foot and bring the knee out to the side. So the knee is a bit more of a 90-degree angle. So just kind of find the shape that feels right for you today on this side. Allow yourself to soften and rest here. Again, we'll be focusing more on lower body here. So if you want that little gentle opening of the upper body, maybe take the hands overhead. You can even let one hand rest on top of the other. So let's say, since the left knee is to the side, let's take left hand on top of the right if you want. Once the body feels comfortable, take that settling in breath, long, slow inhale, and long, slow exhale. Jaw softens, neck softens. Arms and legs relax, letting gravity do the work here. And maybe bringing your awareness to the rise and fall of the breath. Or if that counting felt relaxing to you, maybe start that count from 1 to 10. Good. Bringing the arms back down by the sides. And we'll slowly take that left knee back to center. If you want to help that left leg in, you can. Left knee is going to stay bent, and we'll slowly bring that right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Here, left knee can stay bent or leg can start to go straight. Take a couple breaths here. If you want to move ankles and toes, you can. Good. And then we'll take our support. So maybe it's a block, maybe it's a pillow, maybe it's a blanket, whatever it is. Take it over to the right side, and that right knee starts to fall out, and find that support. Again, adjust, move however you want to change that support on the right side so that right leg can relax, right glute, right hip, all that right leg can completely relax and feel supported here. Once that leg is set, if you want to take those arms again overhead, this time we'll take right hand on top of left. Make sure that you're actually comfortable here. You're in a position where you can rest. And then find that settling in breath. Long, slow inhale. Long, slow exhale. Muscles around the eyes and jaw relax. Again, remind the arms and legs to be heavy and fall into that support. Maybe you come back again to that counting breath, starting at 1, going to 10. And once you reach 10, counting your way back down. Maybe you're still counting, and that's great. If you've lost track, that's okay too. We'll take a few more breaths on this side. Arms come back down by the sides if they aren't already. We'll take that right knee back to center. Left knee is going to come in to meet it. Bring again those feet wide, knees to center. Rest here as long as you'd like. When you feel ready to move into your next shape, we'll take that left knee in again. Right leg can go long here. So we'll take that nice big stretch. Left knee hugs in. Good. And we still have our props hopefully over on that right side. We're going to take our left knee, take it across the body, and let it start to come to rest on that support. So again, shift, move, adjust, whatever you need to rest here for a few minutes. Left arm can reach out to the side for some more opening for that chest and shoulder space. Maybe that right hand rests on the thigh or someplace else. And allow your head, neck to go wherever it wants to go. So maybe it stays with the eyes still straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe you turn more towards those left fingertips. Maybe you turn more towards that right shoulder. Somewhere in between. There is no correct position here. It's just what feels best. Settling in here for the next few minutes. Coming back to that counting of the breath if you enjoyed that. Starting at 1, going to 10, and then finding your way back down to 1. Left shoulder is heavy. Left leg is heavy. Continuing on with that breath for about 1 more minute on this side. Slowly coming back to center. Taking your time, no rush. And just allow yourself to reset a little bit. Maybe bring those hips back to center. Take a moment in that constructive rest. Feet out wide, knees to the center. Adjust the body a little bit. And then we'll take that support, any of those props, and we'll bring it over to the left side. The side might need something completely different. So again, we're just going to take our time. This time, left leg goes long, right knee hugs in. Gentle little squeeze here first. And then when you're ready, take that right knee across the body. Maybe right arm reaches out to the side. Move that support however you need it. And find a place to settle. Once you feel comfortable, finding that settling in breath. Long, slow inhale. And long, slow exhale. Again, check in with the neck. Make sure the head is moving in a direction that feels relaxing for the neck. As always, one side might need something a little different. Jaw and eyes relax. Right shoulder feels heavy. Right leg feels heavy. A few more breaths here. Slowly bringing everything back to center. Again, taking your time, maybe even moving slower than you normally would. Eventually, either coming back to that constructive rest, so feet wide, knees together, or if you want to take the legs long, you can do that as well. Resting wherever you are for as long as you'd like. Thank you for taking this time out for you and sharing this practice with me.